Hello everyone, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. It's Monday, June 26th. I'm Batsir Namshir. Our top stories for News Mongolia. World Export Development Forum 2023 is taking place in Ulaanbaatar. BBC Cardiff Singer of the World Competition concludes. Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup golf tournament has ended successfully. For the news, stay tuned. The World Export Development Forum is currently underway in Ulaanbaatar. Marking its 20th edition and the first post-COVID pandemic conference hosted by the International Trade Center, WEDF brings together businesses, governments, NGOs, women and youth to foster trade discussions, facilitate business interactions and drive sustainable development.
This year's conference aims to address the challenges caused by multiple crises such as conflict, climate change and COVID-19 pandemic, and rising costs. With a particular focus on developing, landlocked and least developed countries, the event is also addressing the specific needs of Mongolia, the host country.
Thank you. We are co-organizing with our development partners and the United Nations, as well as the High Representative's Office of the United Nations for Landlocked Developing Countries, this excellent forum on World Export Development Forum. We are organizing it under the auspices of the President because it's in line with the presidential foreign policy. Everything that we stand for is also being regarded in this forum. Not only in this session today, we are talking about landlocked developing countries, but the entire forum is being organized for the export development of Mongolia and other developing countries. It's a great opportunity to not only for Mongolia but also to all the developing countries and partners coming in for this forum. We are discussing green trade facilitation. We're discussing sustainability. We are discussing organic and digitalization. So organic development and digitalization. So this is all in line with the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, but also it's in line with our Vision 2050. So therefore, this forum as a whole is very important, not only in terms of exposure, not only for creating the platform for these nations and for development partners. This is very important for Mongolia to share knowledge, but also for learning from our partners and from our fellow landlocked developing countries.
The Core Today program taking place on June 27th and 28th features high-level plenary centered around trade diversification and green export opportunities. These discussions explore innovative trade-led solutions to navigate the complex economic landscape and promote sustainable practices.
Okay, thank you very much. It's really been a pleasure to be here in Mongolia. It's my first time. The key aspects that we're looking at, are they going to interpret or you're going to dub it when you're finished? Okay, okay. We're here under the theme, diversifying through digital and green. And the main issue is how do we help the Mongolian government and landlocked developing countries diversify in a new environment, in a new world. We see inequality being one of the major aspects. We see the growth in the green trade and also what that means in terms of new due diligence legislation and the requirements for exports going to Europe, going to the UK. We also see what has happened with the various geopolitical tensions, and Mongolia is in the center of them between, of course, the two big powers. So what we are trying to do is how do we help create a national export strategy for Mongolia? How do we help to work on increasing digitalization for small businesses? How do we help with access to finance? How do we help with trade facilitation and building better trade connections and trade corridors outside of the traditional ones? We're hoping to have business-to-business meetings and also to launch a She Trades, which is our Women's Economic Empowerment chapter here in Mongolia. So that is why we're here.
In addition to the main conference debates, several side events are organized to provide capacity building, insights, networking opportunities, and partnership for small businesses looking to engage in international markets. Noteworthy highlights include private sector consultations specifically tailored for landlocked developing countries, the Young Social Entrepreneurs Competition, and the launch of the Mongolia She Trades Hub, a platform aimed at empowering women in trade.
So today is the first day of the pre-day, the day zero of the World Export Development Forum being organized for the first time in Mongolia. This is a huge opportunity for Mongolia, which was being supported through the United Nations, and especially the International Trade Center, ITC, with support and collaboration with the Ministry for Foreign Affairs, to really create a world forum for enhancing export development. It is even more important for Mongolia and the 32 landlocked developing countries, LLDCs, given the fact that trade and trade potential has not been utilized in the best possible way for landlocked developing countries. Mongolia's leadership in enabling its trade development is a huge opportunity. So not only does it open doors for Mongolia to be a kind of a leader in this whole area of trade facilitation, trade development, trade, the four facets of trade we're looking at, in terms of also the transport corridors, the different routes that we're looking at, innovative solutions, how we can really leverage the huge potential that Mongolia and other LLDCs have. Specifically for Mongolia, it's very important because Mongolia is very, very rich in its natural resources and especially mineral resources. 85% of Mongolia's exports is to neighboring countries and to as raw material. The huge economic potential that Mongolia has to really have value-added processed finished products at a higher economic value to be offered to the world. And there we need to find solutions going beyond its landlocked boundaries to find different new innovative approaches, leveraging digitalization, e-trade, e-commerce, and all those processes. So this World Export Development Forum is certainly going to give us, especially for Mongolia and all other 31 other landlocked developing countries, the opportunity to discuss, find solutions, innovative ways to approaches, strategies to really leverage its trade potential.
To further support businesses, the WEDF, also features business export clinics offering practical guidance and assistance and training sessions on quality management and market linkages. With the emphasis on trade diversification and green practices, the World Export Development Forum 2023 Ulaanbaatar strives to foster inclusive and sustainable economic growth, offering a platform for collaboration and innovation. As the world seeks to recover from the impacts of various crises, while this gathering of international stakeholders paves the way for a resilient and prosperous future.
It's not only about high returns on investment.
In a thrilling finale to the renowned BBC Cardiff Singer of the World competition, Adolfo Corrado from Italy has emerged victorious, claiming the coveted title of the 2023 winner. Adolfo's exceptional talent and vocal prowess captivated both the judging panel and the audience, solidifying his place as one of the most promising opera singers of his generation. We have details from our MNB reporter in London, Atsu.
The grand finale took place at St David's Hall in Cardiff, Wales, marking the culmination of an intense week of extraordinary performances by 16 remarkable young opera singers from around the world. These talented individuals showcased their vocal abilities and artistry, leaving the audience spellbound.
Well, we've just finished the final of Cardiff Singer of the World 2023. And as you can hear, people have had a wonderful time. We've had a very, very exciting competition. In some ways, it might be the best ever. We had a wonderful Mongolian singer from Inner Mongolia, Hukdal, who thrilled the audience. He didn't go to the final, but he's made such an impression that I'm sure there will be lots and lots of people very interested, like they are with all the Mongolian singers.
The BBC Cardiff Singer of the World competition has gained a reputation as one of the most prestigious vocal competitions globally, consistently providing a platform for emerging talents and propelling their careers to new heights. Over the past 40 years, the competition has been instrumental in promoting classical music and opera, enchanting audiences worldwide.
And this year the level of a competition was incredibly high. In previous years, I think we've had instances where 3 or 4 singers were standout and maybe a level beyond the rest. But this year, everybody was at an incredibly high level, which made the decisions very, very difficult. And in my colleagues on the jury, I think we all brought a different perspective to our decisions, and consequently, the decisions were very close because we all had slightly different opinions on, who was the most successful singer that night.
Adolfo stood out among the 5 finalists who had made it through to the ultimate round after a fiercely competitive 10-day contest. His commanding stage presence, emotional depth, and impeccable technique were on full display during the grand finale, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of judges and spectators. Adolfo's victory serves as a testament to the enduring power and vitality of classical music, solidifying its position as a cultural cornerstone in Wales and beyond. His triumph not only marks a significant milestone in his own career, but also highlights the immense talent that continues to emerge from the global opera community.
Yeah, it was lovely. All the singers were amazing, but Hukar was lovely and a lovely man. Yeah, really nice to meet him.
Yeah, that's true. And who do you have in heart from Mongolia? You have many baritons and a tenor as well.
Yeah.
Who do you remember the most, and who do you stay in touch with them?
Tushman. It has to be. Yeah, he's my favourite. Well, I like the others as well. But yeah.
As the winner of the BBC Cardiff Singer of the World 2023, Adolfo Corrado now joins the ranks of illustrious past winners who have gone on to achieve international acclaim. The world eagerly awaits the next chapter in his musical journey and the exceptional performances that lie ahead. This year, the opera competition attracted participants from many different countries. Inner Mongolian singer Hukal was selected for the top 16.
Hello, my name is Hukal. I'm an opera singer from Inner Mongolia. I've just completed the first stage of BBC Cardiff. I completed my 4-year bachelor's degree with a major in opera. Then, I obtained my master's degree in Mongolia, studying Mongolian long song with the famous teacher Yuro. A previous participant, the famous opera singer Amurtufshin, told me about this contest. I learned about Cardiff in 2015. I studied opera in Italy for 6 years.
The competition's success once again reaffirms its status as a celebrated platform for nurturing and showcasing exceptional vocal talents, ensuring that the beauty of opera resonates with audiences worldwide for generations to come.
Turkish Airlines organizes a golf tournament every year as a tradition in all the countries to which direct flights are operated. This year's tournament, which took place on June 24th at the empty Bogd Golf Club, completed successfully and announced its winners.
This competition was held for the first time in Mongolia in 2017 and the last was in 2019. This time it's unique as it's being held after a 3-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This tournament, held at Mountain Bogd Golf Club, marks the 35th out of 88 Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup tournaments scheduled for this year.
Today, we are organizing the Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup 2023. This year, the competition is being held in more than 80 cities in 61 countries. I wish from the bottom of my heart that this year's champion from Mongolia wins the World Cup. The tournament log showed how much our players were looking forward to our tournament because our system was closed within 1 minute of registration opening. The weather was also very nice, perfect for playing golf.
Dünya çapında bu sene 61 ülkede.
Since 2013, this competition has been organized worldwide and it's distinguished by its adoption of the Stableford format.
The competition is organized in the Stableford format, which allows even beginners to participate and have a chance to win. In this format, every golfer is assigned a silk index based on their performances relative to their own abilities. This means that participants can compete in the tournament regardless of whether they play exceptionally well or not. The format promotes fairness and equal opportunity, allowing anyone to enter and have a shot at victory based on their own level of skill.
At the Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup 2023, 72 athletes displayed their skills and determination on the golf course. Batarg emerged as the well-deserved champion with 38 points. Impressive performances were seen in the closest to the pin competition by Tintjav for men and Batnara for women. Additionally, Ulaanbaatar secured the top spot in the lowest gross score category with 77 points.
Today, I'm thrilled and filled with joy to have emerged as the champion of the Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup. Back in 2017, I reckoned the second. Having the opportunity to compete in the World Cup in Antalya, Turkey is a dream come true for every golfer. Golf, in my opinion, is a sport that's accessible and can be enjoyed by people of all backgrounds. Personally, I've been playing golf for the past 10 years.
The top-performing athletes from their respective countries will get a chance to compete against champions from the other nations in the esteemed Turkish Airlines Golf World Cup. This grand event is scheduled to take place in December in Antalya, Turkey. The tournament winner will be rewarded with a Turkish Airlines business class flight and a delightful 5-day stay at the luxurious Gloria Serenity Resort in Antalya.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on Tuesday with more news and updates. Goodbye.